Kendrick Lamar, a name that sparks both fear and respect in the hip-hop community. And this isn't just about his recent feud with Drake. In fact, Kendrick has found himself at the center of several high-profile beefs throughout his career. And we're going to discuss 6 of such rappers in today's video who nearly escaped Kendrick Lamar's claw, starting with our very first in the list, Big Sean. The feud between Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean stands out as one of the most intriguing rivalries in hip-hop history, which is mostly played out through subliminal disses rather than direct confrontation. But to understand its roots, we need to go back to 2013, when Big Sean released the infamous Control verse featuring Kendrick Lamar and Electronica. Control became an instant hit the moment it got released. The reason? Kendrick Lamar's explosive verse, which sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community since Kendrick called out several rappers by name, including Big Sean, J. Cole, Meek Mill, Drake, Pusha T, A$AP Rocky, and declared himself the King of New York. This bold proclamation was seen as a challenge to his peers and further set the stage for a competitive dynamic between Kendrick and Big Sean. In the following years, Big Sean released a series of subliminal disses aimed at Kendrick Lamar. Songs like No More Interviews, Me, Myself and I are prime examples, which contain lines that subtly refer to Kendrick. Big Sean, however, downplayed this and has never admitted to any feud between the two in any of his interviews.
Do you think that he outshined you at all, Sean, on the song?
Hey, like I said, when 3 rappers hop on the song, whether it's Click, whether it's all me, whether it's Control, somebody's always gonna shine, so it just is what it is, man.
Kendrick seemed to ignore the drama for a while, but finally came at Big Sean in his 2017 album, Damn, which included the track The Heart Part 4, where Kendrick didn't explicitly name Big Sean, but his lyrics suggested a warning to other rappers and a claim to his throne in the rap game. While the beef never escalated into a direct confrontation, it did leave a big mark on Big Sean's career, since the question, what happened to you in Kendrick's beef, never stopped haunting him, even after decades.
When I had that conversation, and in every verse I do, people be like, oh, is this a response? Is this a response? And I'm like, it's like, damn, I can't even show no aggression. People think it's a damn response.
Kendrick is often an unproblematic rapper and not the one to initiate the conflict. But if you provoke him, he will remind you who the king is. And our next rapper on the list was about to learn that lesson firsthand. Electronica, an enigmatic and highly respected figure who was placed among the elite lyricists of his generation, started a beef with Kendrick Lamar when he publicly criticized Kendrick during a Periscope session in February 2015.
Kendrick, look, Kendrick is my son. Kendrick is my baby. Kendrick wishes that he could be me.
He referred to Kendrick as a good kid, but stated he was not a god. This comment was obviously a direct reference to Kendrick's song Mad City. Kendrick responded to Electronica with his project Untitled Unmastered, a collection of unreleased demos from his critically acclaimed album To Pimp a Butterfly. It contained a few lines that fans believed were aimed at Electronica. Kendrick's response was indirect yet potent. Rather than engaging in a public back and forth, he let his music do the talking. A few months later, Electronica took it to Twitter and apologized. Peace to K-Dot and TDE, because regardless to whom or what, we are brothers fighting the same enemy. Forgive my past transgressions. This marked the end of their beef, as well as set another example of why you shouldn't challenge someone like Kendrick, who has the ability to beat you in your own game. As Eminem once said,
a flow pattern, I can't never predict anything. It's the same thing if I getting on a track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles, and he can.
And not to forget, Kendrick was classified as the savior of hip-hop. He was embraced by everyone for his art. And our next rapper in the list, Lupe Fiasco, probably didn't get that message right when he boldly claimed he was a better lyricist than Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick and Lupe have always been compared due to their lyrical styles. While there was mutual respect between the two initially, the first signs of tension appeared when Lupe began criticizing Kendrick in front of the media, claiming he was being overly praised. The beef escalated when Lupe made more direct statements about Kendrick through a series of now deleted tweets. K-Dot is not a top tier lyricist to me, and my standards when it comes to punchlines and bars. I think Control verse was whack and super overhyped to be a verse claiming you're the best rapper. It was very weird. Lupe tried his best to discredit Kendrick's abilities and claimed himself to be a better lyricist. Soon after, TDE President Dave Free decided to fire back and address the situation on Twitter, writing, "Lupe Fiasco, go kick and push yourself into a tree with his wild allegations." Lupe's comments sparked significant backlash from Kendrick's fans, who accused Lupe of being jealous. Kendrick, however, has never responded to Lupe, and it's just Lupe complaining about it for years and making the feud entirely one-sided. While Lupe acted out of jealousy, claiming to be the best, French Montana made a complete mockery of himself during an interview with The Breakfast Club when he commented,
"You didn't answer the question about the street rap though. Why you think Kendrick sells more than like street rappers?"
Because they position him like how they did in the Grammys, as the new music. It's not that it's not the right thing to do, but I just feel like you see it was like the whole thing was like Kendrick night.
He was saying that Kendrick is overhyped and that his Grammy win was undeserved, suggesting that Kendrick was being promoted as the new face of hip-hop despite lacking the real talent of street rap. French never backed down from his claim and kept pushing it anyway in further interviews.
So you could put somebody like Kendrick Lamar next to me on the same stage in a festival. I might outshine him, not because I'm a better rapper or whatever it is, it's just I got more hits, more hits.
While Kendrick rarely addressed this beef directly, albums like Damn showcased his ability to merge critical acclaim with commercial success, effectively countering French Montana's earlier statement, "If you put too much lyrical content in your music, you're not going to sell records." And Kendrick proved him wrong once again by asserting his dominance as the alpha. Kendrick Lamar's lyrical prowess is unparalleled. He can do both mainstream and underground music style, and verses that delve deep into social, political, and personal issues resonates deeply with listeners. Why you cannot beat Kendrick is because he competes with no one but himself, and his passion for his craft is just infectious.
I'm so passionate about hip hop, man. Like, I don't know what era everybody else come from, but when I listened, man, like, I love it to a point I can't
While
even...
rappers typically initiate beef with Kendrick by criticizing him, Macklemore started a beef by seemingly praising him. However, the way he presented it was perceived as performative rather than genuine praise. The 56th annual Grammy Awards became the focal point of Kendrick and Macklemore's rivalry when Macklemore won the Best Rap Album award, beating out Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. But Macklemore added fuel to the fire by publicly sharing a text message he sent to Kendrick after the award. "You got robbed. I wanted you to win. You should have. It's weird and it sucks that I robbed you. I was gonna say during the speech, then the music started playing during my speech and I froze. Anyway, you know what it is. Congrats on this year and on your music." He faced heavy criticism from the public after this. Kendrick later addressed the apology in interviews by subtly expressing his disappointment with the outcome. Among all the beefs though, there was one rapper whom nobody would have expected to be involved in a conflict with Kendrick. J. Cole, known for his humility and down-to-earth approach, surprised everyone by joining Drake, one of Kendrick's biggest rivals. The drama started in 2023 when Kendrick first fired shots at Drake and J. Cole over their track First Person Shooter. 2 weeks later, J. Cole responded to Kendrick's verse with his own track 7-Minute Drill from his surprise album Might Delete Later. As tensions grew, Cole dropped out of the fight by releasing an apology at the Dreamville Festival in North Carolina.
So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my life, right?
However, Drake and Kendrick continued to battle with increasing ferocity, leveling life-changing accusations against each other through a series of diss tracks. And the rest, as you all know, is history. I've already made a video about it, so do check that out. The link is in the description.